Friends, Father Frank Pavone here, National Director of Priests for Life, bringing you my daily diary for May the 2nd and 3rd of 2022. We don't skip a day. You're being given a clear window into everything I'm doing from morning to night. So on Monday the 2nd, got up early, did Mass, broadcast Mass, taped it actually for broadcast later. Work at my desk, administrative meeting, phone call in the morning, and then our staff briefing. This is the week of our pastoral team meeting, so we have people in from our team from different parts of the country. Did that briefing, met with some individual staff to get the day underway, and then went into the studio and taped a half-hour program for Right Side Broadcasting, and then various spots, the liturgical spots, homily hints for priests, pro-life minute, pro-life reflections, various spots that we did in the studio. Right after that, I went into a meeting with our website and internet team, and always making plans moving forward, being more effective and reaching more people with the pro-life message. And then, let's see, I met with them in the whole latter part of the morning, had a quick lunch with some other, no, actually I had a quick lunch by myself, and then back to my desk for some additional work. Met with our social media team, our reception department, had a meeting at 3 o'clock with our executive director and our youth outreach director, who is here from Ohio, Brian Kemper. Made some arrangements with our travel coordinator for some upcoming trips, and then had a social media meeting with the Fuller department in the late afternoon. And right after which, I took some of the pastoral team that is visiting here from out of state to dinner. Our associate director, Father Dennis, and several others. After dinner, one of our staff came back with me, and we worked on a video organization. We've got video clips from decades past of work, and we're working on getting them even better organized so that we can deploy them at a moment's notice more easily when we want to find a video, for example, of Dr. Nathanson or Norma McCorvey or another pro-life leader. We did that work from about 6:45 till about 8:25. And then at 8:30, I hopped on a national prayer call to lead prayer in regard to the Dobbs case, the Supreme Court case on abortion. After I did that, as soon as I was finished doing that, the news broke about the Politico story about the Supreme Court's decision in the Dobbs case, a draft opinion by Justice Alito that gives us everything we're asking for, a complete reversal of Roe versus Wade and Planned Parenthood versus Casey, an amazing decision. But this was leaked, so wasn't supposed to come out. It was and is not yet official. But that, of course, started a firestorm, and my phone started ringing, and I was up until like 2 in the morning, reading through the decision, first of all, which was absolutely great, but also responding to pro-life leaders and media and doing some late-night social media to let people know our initial thoughts about that. So that indeed changed the plans for the following day. So Tuesday, the 3rd of May, was up very early, responding to media inquiries and social media and other leaders via email as to how to explain what was going on. Met with my staff, of course, very early, our administrative staff, and then got on the radio right away at 8:15 for a morning interview. Staff meeting, extended staff meeting, because like I said, we have our people in from out of state. So we had various updates at the staff briefing from our associate director, from our international team. We had Joffrey on from the Vatican, and they gave us international updates about our work at the United Nations and so forth. I gave the staff an update about my recent travels, which have been numerous, as you know, from following these videos. And our social media director gave us an update about copyright rules. And then right after that staff briefing, I went into the TV studio and joined Steve Bannon on War Room for a discussion of what came out from the Supreme Court the previous night. Right after the Bannon interview, we hopped on live with Janet Morana, our executive director, and we discussed and took questions about what is going on with this Dobbs decision. And we did that for right up until lunchtime. Lunchtime, we had a special guest with us, as we often do during these pastoral meetings. So we had lunch together in the cafe. After lunch, meeting with our administrative team for more planning, and with Brian Kemper planning to send him down to the Supreme Court where the protests are going on to represent Priests for Life. Made some decisions about that, and then I went back into the TV studio to tape a show for Right Side Broadcasting and for our own End Abortion TV. That was at 1:30. Finished that at 2 o'clock and hopped right onto a radio show for the Orlando, Florida area, big radio show where we talked about the Supreme Court case as well. As soon as that radio interview was over, at 2:30, I hopped into a meeting with the pastoral team and with our political outreach associate to talk about the midterm elections and what we are doing. And then we had our travel schedule coordinator come in and talk about getting more invitations for the team, who are getting a lot of invitations to go throughout the country. That was from 2:30 to 3:15. We took a little break. I got back to my desk, responded to some media inquiries. 3:45, we brought the team back together to have a discussion about our monthly reading. We had that discussion, and then that was a 3:45 meeting that lasted until 4:15. At 4:15, I hopped on a call with some pro-life leaders and congressional leaders, and we had a discussion until about 5 o'clock in regard to response of the movement to what happened with the Supreme Court. And I made some comments, and we talked about some legislation and so forth. Then I went back to my desk, and from 5 to 6, I reviewed again the Supreme Court draft opinion from Justice Alito. And then I went into the TV studio. We did some taping there, and then stayed in the studio for a 7 o'clock interview, pre-taped interview on the Greg Kelly show on Newsmax, commenting, of course, on the very same subject. Then, when that was over, I went on live on TBN, Trinity Broadcasting Network, for another interview about this Supreme Court situation. That was from 7:40 till about 7:55, 8 o'clock. And then at 8 o'clock, I hopped onto a Zoom meeting called the Good Shepherd Call. That's our national clergy training that we do every month. And I was on that call for a half hour. I updated them about what was going on with the Supreme Court. Then at 8:30, I hopped on another Zoom call with our Silent No More regional coordinators, together with the co-founders of the campaign, Janet and Georgette. And we talked about Silent No More activities, and I gave them an update in regard to the Supreme Court. That was from 8:30 till about 9:05. At 9:05, I finally got to my little kitchen here and boiled some pasta to have some dinner. And then at 10 o'clock, jumped back onto a Zoom call, another interview, together with Evangelist Alveda King, member of our board, and we both spoke to an interviewer, again, about what was happening with the Supreme Court. It was about a 20, 25-minute interview lasting up until close to 10:30. So that was the day on Tuesday, May 3rd. Plenty going on that we will let you know about always and completely, so that you can have confidence as you support this work. Thanks, friends. We'll talk to you soon.